Good morning, everybody. And we have got some price list designs that I'm going to be running through this morning. And I just wanted to, I'll probably just highlight this. So, one of the biggest things that's happening in 2024 with the new rules of business in 2024 that we did, the webinar, um, one of the biggest shifts at the moment is really stepping into the digital space. And it's totally right. Like a lot of people, it's really funny. I actually watched a video of me doing a talk at SWPP, which is in the UK. And one of my big things for 2019, back in those days, was like, print is back. Everybody's printing. Everyone's printing. It's going to be amazing. 2024's come along and everyone's doing digitals because of all the economy stuff. But it does not change the fact that there is no reason why you can't be having great sales, making a lot of money selling product and digitals at the same time. And I'm just going to run through with you some template designs here. Now, this is the Benet design, all right? The reason why I'm going to show you this one, I'm actually going to expand the video so I can see myself a little bit. Okay, the reason why I'm going to show you this one, let's get the focus right. I wonder if I turn off this light, if you can see it better. Give me a second. So it's not so reflective. All right, let's try again. That's better. Okay, this is really simplified. This is actually quite easy. Fine art, print, and digital packages. So what we've got here is that you've just got 4 packages on the side, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Now these are customizable price lists, so you can change it how you like. But just notice how simple it is to read. How many images and the credit towards wall art, credit towards wall art, credit towards wall art, and then we've stacked the top end part by adding a portrait box or a album so that all road leads to that platinum side of things. Then you've got your upgrades and extras on the side here and your wall art. Look how we've written the wall art out, really simplified with one price for all the sizes and the products. This way you don't have to have a whole heap of different prices and products and people comparing. We've got 2 basic storyboards, a square one and a rectangle. And the way that we've laid out these 4 collections here is really simplified. They all have a big one, small one. They all have a picture to show, and they all have the was, save, and now price, because people need to know if they were to buy these individually, this is what it's going to look like. This is the savings that they get if it's together. Now, same, but different is the Audrey price list. Now, this one, as you can see, it's a little bit more product heavy with packages, and it includes lots of products in there as well. Then you've got your upgrades, then you've got standard products and premium products. If you've got that business where you want to separate these 2 different things because you just need to, then that's how you could do it. Then you've got 3 storyboard collections and then all of these collections here. I actually think that this page looks really busy, but it's probably the best thing that we can do with the information that we have to make sure we get that across if we've got a few different collections and options. This one is very product heavy, and you can see with the spacing between the 2 of them, right, that this is just a little bit easier to read. This is a little bit more product heavy. Now, the third one, if this is making sense, oh, there you go. Benet template looks better than what I had. Awesome. Well, Isabella, this is the template that just came out this morning, the Sienna. Now, I want to show you a few really key things about this one that these 2 do not have. And it really comes down to how you display your products. Now, it's really simple for this one. This is a session fee at the start of what's included. Now it says here, step 1, choose the package of your choice. This is where you have your package photographers that really want to go. You've got package 1, 2, and 3, and these are the things that are included. The first thing I want you to do is choose a package. This way is a little bit more, these 2 ways here are a little bit more choose your own adventure. You're really putting it in a way that it's evenly spread, where you're like, choose what you love to have. If you want wall collection, storyboards, wall art, it's a different process. But the Sienna template is really simplified. You've got 3 options, and then you've got your upgrades, you've got your wall art. Your finished wall art is written like that. To be honest, I prefer this one. I prefer this written wall art. I think it's much easier to understand, but that's just me. And to simplify the process, there's only 2 storyboards and 4 collections, and it's just given a little bit more breathing space. So what the difference is that these 2 here, the Benet and the Audrey price list, are a little bit more choose your own adventure. The Sienna price list is a little bit more choose a package first. Okay. Now, with the Sienna package, you could actually quite confidently send this price list to your clients via email or whatever it is, because you really want them to choose a package first anyway. Now, it's not going to work as well by sending a price list like this because it's too confusing. They don't really understand what's going on. It doesn't matter what price list you choose because everybody, when I say everybody, I mean like, whoops, where's that? I'm making a big mess. Every single photographer, I really like the itemized price list. And you just print these on A4 piece of paper, just like I've done, just printed at home. But the power of this price list is only determined by, let me get this here, the product guides it goes with. Especially the Benet and the Audrey, a lot of the time people don't understand what the pictures and what the diagrams are, and they look at things like this price list here, you know, um, a matted fine art engagement enlargement print in an oak timber box with matching 8x10 inch frame. Like, what does that even mean? So it's really important that what we do is we use the product guides, right, that have the artwork, that have the why choose artwork, how to choose artwork, what the images are, what the different collections and sizes, and what is a collection in the first place. And you use these product guides when you're with your clients after the session, before the session, pre-planning session, whatever you want to call it. And you want to kind of have, so people go, oh, that's the box you're talking about. Oh, that's the canvas you're talking about. The album you're talking about. Oh, that would be perfect for mum for Mother's Day. That's awesome. And then what happens, like this one here, is you actually staple the price list at the back of the product guide. So when you give it to your client, collections facing outwards, they have these and then they can walk away and they can make informed decisions. If you're doing a in-person sales on a different day, this is just the best system ever. If you're doing same day IPS, you might give this information as a URL because you need them to be well educated before they come into the studio in the first place. So it's one of those things that you do need to understand your own workflow to make sure you decide the right workflow to suit your business model, to suit the way you shoot, to suit the way you sell, to shoot what you want to sell in the first place. But I guess the biggest encouragement with this, and nobody's writing any comments. If anyone's got any questions about these, just let me know. The biggest advantage with doing stuff like this, it's tangible, it's in your hand. Put it in the welcome pack then. Give it to them so that they can be educated so they can see what it is. And if it's easy to explain, it's easy to sell in the first place. Now, the last thing I wanted to do with this, and I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Is this making sense? Does anyone have any questions about this at all? Isabella, you use the Benet template for what you had. That's pretty cool. Let me just check that this is all firing on all pistons, and I'm pretty sure it is, but yep, very cool. So, oh, is it? Wait, I've lost it. Oh no, it's all working. That's fine. That's fine. You guys are here. It's all making sense. Sarah, yeah, it's all making sense. The other thing that I wanted to show you with these templates is that um, whoops, is that they're upside down, is that they're all the same process. They all have the same elements in them, but it's how we sell them that makes a difference. I break it down to the 5 key areas of a price list that every photographer should have. 5 key areas. One is your packages or collections. Call them what you will, I do not care. They include files and maybe some prints or maybe some credit or maybe something, or maybe it's just like it's easy to sell, it's easy to buy, it's easy for them to go, oh, I like that, that, or that. One thing I have seen quite regularly, can you stop doing this, photographers? Please stop doing this because this just shits me to tears, right? You're putting people in a box. You get 10 files plus 10 prints plus an album plus a wall art. Like, yes, it's a complete package, but what happens if I don't want the wall art and I want the other stuff? What happens if I want the album and I don't want the other stuff? Give people the choices to make for themselves. All right. So, one, you've got your packages and collections. Two, you've got your individual wall art. If people want to buy individual wall art, they've got the choice that they could buy hero pieces and wall art because that's what some people like to do. Three, there's some form of wall collections. There's 4 here, there's 9 there, and there's 4 here. There's some sort of story wall collections, individual wall art. 4, storyboards. You've got storyboards, you've got storyboard collections because some people prefer stuff like this in the one frame, especially for small houses, especially in the UK. Especially in the UK. If you've got a small house, but you want to tell a story in a small space, then the storyboards are perfect. Like they're absolutely perfect for you. You can't have large, ginormous wall art. Like around the corner from my wall that you can't see here, I've got a 70-inch by 30-inch large framed box canvas, which looks amazing, but it only really suits that wall. So you've got to have those in your price list. The fifth one is your extras, upgrades, parent gifts, parent albums, and things. It's all the little things. These are the would you like fries with that scenario that get people to spend the extra $200, $500, $300, $400. Like, like it's not a lot, an extra $100 here or there is not a lot. But an extra $100 or $200 over 100 clients is an extra $20,000 a year just because you sold one extra Lumi tile or metal print or a matted print or a desktop print or something small. So it's really key that you have these 5 key elements. From those 5 key elements, this is the biggest things. So majority of photographers that start in the photography business, I can tell you now, will have that kind of price list. You've got a package, not even wall collections, you've got a package and a few frame kind of choices. All right. Most photographers, when they start out, the fact that they sell a package, they're happy. There's heaps of photographers. There's a whole, I won't go into detail too much. There's a whole, how do I put it? Cohort. I wouldn't say cult. Cult's a bad word. But there's a whole group of photographers who are educating other photographers for packages and collections only, and it's only digital files. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's only digital files, and they're teaching so many hundreds of photographers to just sell digital files only. Now, that's fine. You've got to start somewhere, and I understand that and I get that. But if you really want to step into a place where it's like, okay, I'm really happy with selling digital files. I'm selling digital files. I'm selling digital files. My clients are buying them. My clients are buying them. But you find that you've capped yourself in this digital file space and you do need to sell wall art or products. You want to increase your average sale in that. This is the biggest thing that we do with our coaching when we design price lists and products and workflows is that I want you to sell 2 items. There's 2 items on the price list that every client can potentially get. In this style of price list, because you've made it very clear, step one, I want you to choose a package, and that's why there's credit towards additional stuff. So a package and a hero print, because everyone loves all the images and one hero print. A package and a collection because everyone loves that story in the one frame. A package and a wall collection because you've got all your files. Now you want to see something pretty on the wall. A package, you don't have them here, but you've got albums and portfolio boxes. You've got to sell two items, right? Two items is a key thing. Whether you sell the large wall art for $3,000 first and then put everything else as digital files, I don't care which way you jump around your price list. The main part is that you have, and I'll finish with this. The main part is, am I making sense? No one's really talking to me. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I keep saying that. Yes, Sarah, I'm glad you're saying I'm making sense. What you want to create with a price list is that if your client had unlimited amount of money, let's just say they just loved what you did and you had unlimited amount of money, right? They're going to buy your digital files. They're going to buy your album. They're going to buy your wall collections and they'll buy two of them, one for their holiday house and one for their house. You know, you've got to think, don't put a cap on what your clients can spend with you. Don't put a cap on, I just do digital files. Don't put a cap on, I just do digital files and one print, or I don't do albums. No, I don't like albums. I don't like albums, so I'm not going to sell albums. Oh, I don't do storyboards. I don't know how to do them, so I'm not going to sell them. I don't do wall art because working with the labs is really difficult and it takes so much time up and things like that. Like you need to really understand that you want to present your price list and your products in a way that allows them, if they just want a couple of prints, they just want a couple of files, they just want some digitals, they just want some wall art, they just want an album, that's fine. But if they want to get all the files and an album and redecorate the house over it, there's an opportunity to do that. Now, a lot of people get confused with how to do it and how to put it together as well. And this is where, if you're new to business or new to products, it gets a bit difficult. If you do need a hand with this, just reach out to me. I'm more than happy. I love creating price lists. Look, I've got a price list on my whiteboard just here. Um, I love creating price lists and price lists for different clients and different feelings. Like I know, like Claire, your style of photography and Isabella's style of photography is totally chalk and cheese, and your price list, Claire, is completely different to Isabella's price list because you present, you shoot, you view, you edit, and you do everything completely different. So you can't just copy a price list; it needs to be custom designed for you. And the products that both of you are offering are totally different things because it needs to suit your brand and style. So here's my encouragement for you. My encouragement is this: take the time to look at some products, take the time to look at some different options that you can do to. Oh, and boudoir pricing is completely different, Alison. Welcome to the game. Boudoir pricing is just, and their products are a whole different story because it's just completely different. But this is the thing. Like, if you need help with your price list, we can help you. If you need help with new products, because there's new products coming out all the time, our labs are so cool. Come to the industry nights, people. Alison, are you coming to the Melbourne Industry Night? It's literally around the corner from your house. Like, your price list is one of those things that you do need to understand quite well. And Erica, if it works well, don't change it. That's the best part. I created your price list years ago. And if you follow the principles, you don't have to change anything. It's all the same stuff. But that's all what I'm trying to say. Come to the industry nights so that you can see the products and you can pick up the products and you can meet the suppliers and you understand that it's really not that hard. Even if you're in that space where you're looking at printing, right? If you're looking at doing a printing world, KL is doing a printing workshop at the industry nights and they're demystifying all the, oh my gosh, printing is so hard. It's really not that hard. I've seen it done. The printers these days is just like a desktop printer that sits on the side of your desk and it prints your artwork by just pressing Command P. It's not as technical as what you think, but if you're doing things like boudoir photography or you're selling or your packages are designed, which we do this specifically if I know you have a printer, if your packages are designed with that in mind, we can really create a price list unique for you. But go see the products. Come to the industry nights. Come meet the team at KL so you can learn how to print. Come and meet B Pro, Graphy, Memento, Bespoke, Celdex. Who else is there? I've gone blank. I'm sorry for forgetting those different labs. Memento Pro. I said that. I've gone blank. Global Image Products, like, because they're they've got your best interests at heart. So there's a few things here. I'm going to finalize with this. The new Sienna templates are up on the PPBN, the website. All the templates, not only are the layout, are the designs different, but the layouts are completely different as well. All right. The other thing is to make sure you get products to suit your style. If you need help with your price list, I can help you with your price list. I love doing price lists. This is what I do. If you've been umming and ahhing about your price list, I can literally create a price list for anyone in the world with any genre and any style within 2 hours and be like Erica, and you keep it forever because it works great, because there's principles and strategy behind it. It's not just numbers plucked out of the air. Even though sometimes when I'm coaching, people are like, how did you make up that number? I literally took it out of the air. But it's all good. And just the encouragement of don't cap your sales. Don't cap yourself. Like I said, there's someone, I want to say a name, but I can't say a name. There's someone teaching just digital files, and it shits me because you're really pigeonholing people. This is the Professional Photography Business Network. This is not the Beginners Photography Club at all. It's really not. It's the, how are you going to stand out from the crowd? If they're selling digital, you're going to be, out of 1,000 photographers in your area who are all selling digital files, what makes you different to everybody else? And if it's just selling digital files like everybody else, then you are not different at all. You're doing the same stuff. Um, in the words of Joey Seawald, the fitness gym guy, you need to do better. No, you need help. If you need help, just call that. Anyway, I'm going to go because I've got coaching to do. Got coaching with someone from the States today, which is really cool. And then I've got an interview with a boudoir photographer this afternoon. And we are really talking about, actually, it's really quite a touching kind of topic. We are talking about the effects that a photographer can have on the emotional status when they're a boudoir photographer, and also in the family kind of genre, because you don't know what they're going through at the time of their photography shoot and what the catalyst of why they're doing this. And as a photographer, we have a greater responsibility than just taking photos, and making a safe environment for people to be themselves is super, super, super important. All right. So yeah, cool. Hey, have an awesome day. Enjoy being awesome, whatever you do. And I will probably have a chat with you tomorrow. So have a good one. See you guys. Enjoy. Any questions, let me know. Bye bye.